It's the NFL on EA Sports, and all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Ravens and the Chiefs. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. DeMarvion Overshown in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Mahomes going to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. And they pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Now it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Isaiah Likely the target that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He'll get this to about the 38. The Ravens had 10-3 on the year. Hey, Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Rolling to his right. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Isaiah Likely with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now here's Mahomes. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Now Mahomes. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. A crazy sequence here. A huge game that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. NFL leader in rushing yards at the QB position here late in the season. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see.
He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 35. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Chubb will get the call running left. Down the left sideline. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he gets this all the way down to the 20. What a return. Almost broke it for 6.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Pacheco gets it up the gut. Stopped short of the 25. The 2nd effort couldn't free him. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Butker's kick here is good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable. And really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here. Because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Jackson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Steps away. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Hey, Alpha, hot.
They go play action now. Jackson going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
180.
Jackson. Flushed out right. The quick feet by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, how? I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. To throw, it's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, 54 yards. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is down to a field goal. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Ravens offense and their star running back Nick Chubb getting set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Now it's Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's on his way. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. He'll let one go deep for Downs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson escaping the pressure right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we've reached halftime in a wide. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And his numbers this year have been eye-popping in a lot of categories. In one area that stands out, he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback here in the latter part of the season. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now Jackson out to his left. The quick feet by Jackson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That escapability has been on full display, and you can see he's now over 100 yards rushing for the game. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They go up the middle with Chubb. Fights loose. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll run with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have retaken a third-quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. From the 29, here's second down and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Third down and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Jackson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Hey, Alpha, shot.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Right side, there's Likely with it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams. as we get set for the fourth quarter. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Back to throw. Jackson. Touchdown! Nick Chubb from 3 yards out. And the Ravens are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mahomes going to throw. Finding Pickens for another catch. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Micah Parsons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes, short throw, hauled in by Kelsey. So nothing doing there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Jackson now steps away to his left. The quick feet by Jackson. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Hey, yo.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On the move to his left. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
That's good for another Baltimore Raven.
Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now Mahomes. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. DeMarvion overshowed, getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now here's Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. One final try for Mahomes. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Ravens, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.